welcome to my channel. This channel demonstrates self-love and positivity, and today I'm doing a video for you guys on a high value woman, what that necessarily means, what that looks like, just kind of make like a better pathway for more women to achieve this type of description, if you will say, just because it seems like high value woman is the way to go now when it comes to attaining the type of relationship that you want. And this channel does demonstrate self-love, positivity, and so I personally these are things that I work on to become a better woman each and every day, and hopefully I can help someone out there achieve the type of positivity when it comes to being a high value woman. So there are 4 things that I laid out that embody a high value woman. And the first thing is someone who takes accountability for when they are wrong. I've been seeing a lot of videos online just because I do my research and things like that, and so I've been seeing a lot of videos online about how women don't like to be told that they're wrong, essentially, or if we've done wrong, that there's a lot of backlash and defensiveness towards someone calling us out on our bullshit. And so when it comes to being a high value woman, accountability and understanding that you're not always right, the things that you say and the things that you do are not always in alignment with what the person sees or views as healthy. And so having the ability to take accountability and admit when you're wrong, admit that maybe something you said wasn't, you could have said it a different way, or you could have done something differently. That is a characteristic of someone who can admit that they're wrong, who is humble, who can just have a high sense of self-awareness. And so that is one of the traits of being a high value woman, is someone who can take accountability when they're wrong. And just like reciprocity goes, if you're a high value woman, that's something that you are looking for and you should seek in a man in order to provide a level of safety for you to be able to communicate with them and express yourself and not feel like, you know, they're gonna hold things against you when you do take some type of accountability for how you went about things. Okay, so number 2 is this can be done prior to the relationship, any type of relationship that you get into, or it can be done in the duration of it. And that is to communicate your standards and boundaries. So this hasn't been something that has been easy for me, even in friendships. As a high value woman, I'm not saying that like I'm a high value woman, but I have, in my personal opinion, standards to where I'm only gonna allow someone in my energy if I'm able to have a healthy type of relationship with them. And a part of having a healthy relationship with someone is communicating standards and boundaries within the relationship and prior to starting any type of relationship with someone. A high value woman is direct, in my personal opinion. There's not really any ambiguity on if this is okay, this is not okay with her. Like if something is done, it will be addressed, you know, in a healthy way, or, you know, sometimes even communicating it in the best way you know how to is okay, but just make sure that you take accountability for, I could have said that a different way, this is what I meant by this. So yeah, that second thing that constitutes a high value woman is someone who communicates standards and boundaries. A third thing is self-improvement. This is pretty much, like, in my personal opinion, the most important part of being a high value woman is self-improvement for themselves, and then also self-improvement for the betterment of the relationship and for the betterment of having more respect for their partner. By self-improvement, I just mean make sure that you have goals, long-term, short-term, daily, weekly, that are and it's not saying that you should put like all this pressure on yourself, but it is saying that someone who has the ability to reflect on themselves, reflect on the fact that like this is the only life that they have, and know that their time is valuable and the things that they're putting their energy into are going to get them to where they want to be in life, makes a woman very powerful and successful in life. And that ability to self-improve and is really good for your mind frame. And so being a high value woman, you do have to have the ability to improve yourself and to also improve for the betterment of the relationship. Kind of goes hand in hand with taking accountability. But yes, be able to have that self-improvement skill for the relationship and bend when you need to in order for your partner or the person that you're, engaging with to feel comfortable as well. The last thing is someone who can walk away when things are toxic. You know that a relationship is, and this is subjective, obviously, because certain people can take certain things, but toxicity is any form of, unhealthy communication, yelling, physical abuse, things of that such. Also, toxicity can be when you're not really taking care of yourself as well, and you're having to bend and budge on certain things that kind of make you who you are. It can be toxic for you, even though you don't really recognize it in the moment. Eventually you're gonna realize like, man, like I kind of lost myself a little bit. When you're in a relationship, you should be able to have your own things that you put your energy into, that they put their energy into. And obviously communication is huge. Like if you need space or time to like into the things that you are passionate about, that should be said to your partner. Your partner is not a bad person if they want more of your time. That does need to be communicated. And I think like once you understand yourself enough and have that self-awareness, you'll know when it's just too much and it's toxic, and then hopefully you have the ability to walk away. But as a high value woman, it's not saying, oh, I can find better, and based off of the toxicity, and you want to like just move on. It's more of you're putting yourself first, you're sticking to your standards and boundaries, and you're just loving yourself at the end of the day. So yes, a high value woman is someone who takes accountability when they're wrong and in other areas as well. Someone who communicates their standards and their boundaries. Someone who has a self-improvement mentality or can self-develop for themselves and for the betterment of the relationship. And also someone who can walk away when things are toxic. High value is more so loving yourself to the highest capacity that you can, right? So I love myself enough to say when I'm wrong. I love myself enough to improve myself on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. I love myself enough to communicate what I like and do not like, how you should treat me, how you should not treat me. And I love myself enough to say I can do okay by myself. I don't need you. I hope that this does help someone. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for watching.